Today we study about rectifier. A rectifier is that circuit that converts AC to DC, and the process of converting from AC to DC is called rectification. The following two types of rectifier circuits can be used. First is half wave rectifier and second is full wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier, the process of removing one half of the input signal to establish a DC level is called half wave rectification. In half wave rectification, the rectifier conducts current during positive half cycle of input AC signal only. Negative half cycle is suppressed or clipped. In the diagram, we can see that a diode is connected with the secondary coil of the transformer and a load resistance RL. When positive half cycle comes, then P-type semiconductor of the diode becomes positive and N-type semiconductor becomes negative. So in this case, the diode becomes forward biased, and when diode becomes forward biased, then current will flows through the junction and we get the output across the load resistance RL. But when negative half cycle comes, then in that condition P-type semiconductor becomes negative and N-type semiconductor becomes positive, and in this condition there is no current flows through the junction and we get the output across the load resistance equal to 0. It is clear in the graph for current and voltage that we get only output when positive half cycle of the input signal comes, and when negative half cycle comes, then we get 0 output. AC voltage across secondary terminals AB changes its polarity after each half cycle. During negative half cycle, terminal A is negative, so diode reverse biased and conduct no current, so current flows through diode during positive half cycle only. In this way, current flows through the load resistance RL in one direction. During the positive half cycle of the source, the ideal diode is forward biased and operates as a closed switch. We know that when diode becomes forward biased, then it will operate like a closed switch. The source voltage is directly connected across the load during the negative half cycle, and the diode is reverse biased and act as an open switch. In the reverse bias condition, there is no current flowing through the diode and there is no output, so it will behave as an open switch. The source voltage is disconnected from the load as no current flows through the load. That load voltage V0 is 0. Both the load voltage and current are of one polarity and hence said to be rectified. In the graph, we can see that the output voltage varies between the peak voltage and 0 in each cycle, and this variation is called ripple, and the corresponding voltage is called the peak to peak ripple voltage. It is varies between 0 to peak voltage. Now the average value of the load voltage is comes out equal to Vm upon pi, and here Vm is the peak value of the output voltage and average value is equal to Vm upon pi. For the half wave rectifier, the output frequency is equal to the input frequency, and this means when input AC completes one cycle, rectified wave also completes one cycle. So frequency for half wave rectifier or output frequency is equal to input frequency. Full wave rectifier. In full wave rectification, current flows through the load in same direction for both half cycle of input AC. This can be achieved with two diodes working alternatively. For one half cycle, one diode supplies current to load, and for next half cycle, another diode works. It is clear in the diagram that there are two diodes. One is D1 and another is D2. For the full wave rectifier, the output frequency is equal to double of input frequency. This means when input AC signal completes one cycle, rectified wave completes two cycles. So F out is equal to 2 into F in. That means output frequency is equal to double of the input frequency. Now consider the first half cycle when the source voltage polarity is positive on top and negative on bottom. At this time only the top diode is conducting and the bottom diode is blocking current, and the load sees the first half of the sine wave positive on top and negative on bottom. Only the top half of the transformer's secondary windings carries current during this half cycle. Now in the diagram, in the circuit diagram, we can see that there are two diodes D1 and D2. When positive half cycle comes, then the P type semiconductor of the D1 becomes positive and N type semiconductor of the D1 becomes negative. So it will become forward biased and current flows through this diode and we get output across the load resistance RL. But the diode D2 is reverse biased. So in this condition there is no current flows across the junction of the diode D2, and we get output across the load resistance RL due to the diode D1. And when negative half cycle comes, then in this condition the diode D1 will be reverse biased and diode D2 will be forward biased, and in this condition current flows through the diode D2 and we will get output across the load resistance RL. For this we use center tap transformer. Center tap transformer. Now in the diagram, output we get that during the negative half cycle we get output due to diode D2, and during positive half cycle we get output due to D1. So in this way we get the output across the load resistance RL. Circuit has two diodes D1 and D2 and the center tap transformer. During positive half cycle diode D1 conducts, and during negative half cycle diode D2 conducts. It can be seen that current flows through the load resistance RL in the same direction for both cycles. So we get the output for each half cycle of the AC input signal, and for both the half cycles we get the output across the load resistance RL, and current flows through the load resistance RL in the same direction for both the half cycles.